Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. For this video, I'm going to be discussing the Morgan silver dollar, covering some of the basics, some of the things that I think that you need to know if you're thinking about buying this coin. Perhaps you've inherited a collection or you just want to know a little bit more about some key dates and things to look out for, how to identify different Morgan dollars. We're going to try and cover that in today's video. So the Morgan silver dollar was a coin that was created between 1878. It was minted up until 1904. There was one other date in which they were minted, which was going to be 1921 for 1 year only. And you've also got the proof versions the US Mint released recently in the last few years to commemorate the anniversary of the Morgan silver dollar. I think it was 2021 they released the proof coins, and also 2023 as well alongside the peace dollar. But the coins are really nice. They're actually my favorite coin, and they can be a little bit trickier to come by in the UK. Of course, being across the pond, sometimes it can be trickier to find certain dates, but generally speaking, they're not too bad when you come to purchase them. So the Morgan silver dollar, they were minted in 5 mints, and the 5 mints you have Philadelphia, Denver for 1921 only, Carson City, San Francisco, and the New Orleans mint. So 5 mints in total created these coins between 1878 and 1921. And the coins, the key dates that you're actually looking for, the book that I'm going to use this, if you want to find out yourself or you want to purchase it, is going to be the Red Book. The Red Book is just a guidebook on United States coins. I've got a 2022 version, which I'll pop up on the screen, but the valuations can be a little bit hit and miss, so just take it with a pinch of salt. But generally speaking, the Morgan dollars that you want to look out for is going to be any Carson City coin. And the way that you can tell a Carson City from a regular Morgan dollar is if you look underneath the reef of the coin, you can see the mint mark. Now, a Carson City, I do have one to show you. It's going to be in this one here. You don't have to buy capsules for your Morgan dollars unless it's a really key date, I suppose, or you want to keep it in pristine condition. But I just find them easier to store like this. But you can see CC is going to be underneath the reef there, which tells us that this coin is from Carson City. And for New Orleans, you've got an O. Philadelphia is unique because it actually has no mint mark. So if you've got no mint mark, that's not a really key coin. That's just to say that the coin's from Philadelphia. So some of the other dates is, generally speaking, under 1 million is going to be the more rarer key dates. You've got 1893 is probably going to be one of them, one of the top ones, because any coin from 1893 is pretty rare. I mean, Philadelphia, 378,000 were minted. Carson City for that year was 677,000. New Orleans, 300,000. San Francisco is 100,000 that were minted. And even if you've got a very worn version of the San Francisco, if you can read the date and it's 1893 and it's genuine, then you're talking a lot of money. So they are very, very expensive coins at times. 1895, they released a proof for Philadelphia proof version. In the 1895 proof version, there were 880. It's very rare. So if you've got a proof 1895, I think actually one of the popular shows did a video on it, but it's saying even in 2022 that's a $50,000 coin. But looking at the 1895 O, you've got, in mint state condition, you're talking $210,000, and that's 450,000 mintage. So you do have a lot of coins a lot of Morgans that are going to be readily available and going to command a less premium. Generally speaking, these are going to be the ones that are minted the most, the millions that were in circulation. One of the dates that springs to mind for a common date is, generally speaking, the 1921. There were tens of millions for created of Morgan dollars for 1921. In 1921, they were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and 44 million in 1921 Philadelphia, 20 million for Denver, 21 million for San Francisco. Generally speaking, they're going to be one of the cheaper coins to get. And this one's a 1921, so you can have a little look here. This is going to be one of the most common Morgan dollars that you can get, and I think you could probably get them quite close to melt if you're in the US. But looking at some of the other key dates, just going through, you've got 1880, which is 495,000 mintage, any kind. 1881 CC, well, any CC really, all the CCs are pretty low. 1885 CC, 228,000, and they do drop off. Some of them are semi-key dates. The 1888S, that's a key date. In very fine condition, 657,000 mintage, $125 for just a very fine one according to the book, which of course don't take for quote. You have to, prices change all the time, especially with the silver price. The silver price was much less during 2022. I think it was about $25, and it's hit $35 in 2024. So if you've got a book, it tells you all the different variations of dates. Any Carson City Morgan dollar is going to be one that you will command a premium. If you've got one of those, they're really useful to get. Any 1893s, any 1895s. You've also got die varieties as well. And I do have some examples of die varieties. Die varieties is just differentiation to the way they were struck. So, for example, I think I've got a die variety here. So I think this is a die variety which is called the 8-tail feather. And the 8-tail feather is simply, it's got 8 tail feathers and the Morgan dollars have 7, and it's just a die variety. And that's why this coin commands a higher premium. So this coin, I think, was over £100, so over $100 for an 1878 8-tail feather coin. And some people like buying Morgan dollars for their die varieties. Another really popular die variety is an 1888 New Orleans double die obverse. It's also known as the Hot Lips variety, and it's basically just a differentiation in the upper lip of Lady Liberty. But you've got lots of different variations. You've got 1880 cc 80 over the 79. You've got 1880 cc 8 over the 7. Lots of different variations. You've got different reverses as well. You've got a second reverse, which is a parallel top arrow feather with a concave breast, and the third reverse, which is a slanted top arrow feather with a convex breast. So you can get die varieties as well, and they command different prices. Some are more valuable than others. Some are not valuable at all. So if I was to get the regular 1821 Morgan dollar, I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think silver price was cheaper. It's about £25 or so, but this is a common Morgan dollar which doesn't really have much numismatic value. People like buying this for its weight, especially if you're silver stacking. But if you're more into numismatic coins, then you might consider double die variants, different types of variants of the coin, which might be good for you. It's not good for everyone. Sometimes they can be trickier to come by. I know in the UK, I've been looking for certain variations for ages and I still can't find them, but I think for now I'm just going to be collecting a little date run and try and pick up any CCs. So just to cover what you need to look out for, any Carson City Morgan dollars, they're worth picking up if you find them. If you inherit them, they are worth money. Any 1893, they're worth money as well. 1895, the proof is the big money. I think New Orleans one as well, if you've got a very high grade of that. But if you've got one of the important things to cover, actually, even if you've got a rare year, doesn't necessarily mean that that coin is going to be valuable. It all comes down to the year, the mint mark, the grade, it's worth just getting it checked, especially if you're quite new to it. Just to touch upon the types of proof coins, the proof coins are higher struck coins. They're more quality coins. They've been struck a number of times, usually about 5 times, I think. Whereas circulating coins like these, they're only struck the once, I believe. So they're not going to be, the detail isn't going to be as good as it would be on a proof coin. And there aren't any brilliant uncirculated coins, really, so I'm not going to touch upon that. But generally speaking, the Morgan dollar is a really nice coin to own, to collect. In my opinion, it makes a really good investment because not only are you buying silver, but you're saving money, and silver's considered undervalued as well by many. So they can be worth picking up. They can make a great gift for people that's interested in coins. They're my favorite coin, actually. I'm hoping to complete the date run by, well, it'll probably take me a long time. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope there was something of value there. If you did enjoy the video, then please leave a like, please comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.